right, welcome to Dropping in a Pipeline Audio number 108, and this one is the scratches cost extra. Or should it be scratches not included? Make sure everything's going. Looks like we're going. Hello to everybody out there in YouTube land, allegedly Twitter land, Facebook land, and where else are we? No Live, D Live, and there's the echo. Everything looks good. Okay, so first of all, get to, for those of you guys who are watching, you can see this. For you who aren't watching, here was a reverb listing for a Focusrite Claret Octapre 8-channel mic preamp. I kind of want to get my hands on some newer 8-channel mic preamps just because I can get rid of the word clock generator and all that nonsense that we had to go through with that. But that's beside the point. So if you look at the prices here, we've got used from $736 and new from $521. Some of you guys have seen, you've been noticing that things are a little bit weird in the used gear market. They're really weird in the, yeah, okay, we're going to get to that in a second. We're seeing Fender Squiers going for more money used than they are brand new. Like this crazy hoarding situation that really started at the very beginning of the no word times. It's still going. Like, you know, yes, of course there's some shortages in manufacturing. But it's not like people bought this stuff up and then started gouging with it. They just aren't selling it. Whoever bought up these big chunks of things, we saw that the procurement experts or procurement providers or whatever, that they were running around Hawaii. I'm sure they're running around everywhere else. They were buying up everything. And I mean junk, like karaoke mics and stuff, junk guitars. Well, they were buying stuff up like mad, and we're just not seeing anything. We're not seeing the stuff for sale, which is beyond bizarre. I mean, you know, usually people buy stuff up and then they just gouge the market with it, and they're just not. This is just not here. So much stuff is just almost impossible to get used. And then, you know, I don't know if Guitar Center's on its like 80th bankruptcy or whatever. So it's hard to, it seems like maybe companies don't want to sell to them right now. So only limited stuff is getting to them. It's really weird. You know, we talked about last week or the week before trying to order some hi-hat stands and some other things. And speaking of which, I still haven't got mine. I've been watching the tracking, you know, they send you the tracking report for FedEx or whatever. So I paid for the 2-day air or 2-day shipping or whatever. And the tracking reports are showing me allegedly that my hi-hat stand has been moving around at different locations in Memphis for the past 8 days. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I had the real problem with Guitar Center with them. What happened, you know, and I go back over it, but same sort of thing happened with Sweetwater. And, you know, at least my Sweetwater guy is trying to get this figured out. But man, I'm telling you, gear is crazy. Look at this. Pay an extra $200 so you get a used mic preamp. I might be doing, if there's any real updates, I'll do an update on that article about what 8-channel to ADAT mic preamps are out there now. But I don't think anything's really changed. I think the good deals right now are going to be that Behringer 8200 and the newest Focusrite Scarlett Octapres have a word clock in and out. You're not going to have to worry about that termination anymore, I don't think, except for like maybe a T plug at the end, but whatever. And yeah, so life should be simpler on that. Anyway, so what else did I have here? It's probably going to be pretty short. Okay, I was trying out the Melon app for streaming. This is another service that kind of sticks OBS and Restream together, so that you feed your camera and your microphone into your browser, and then it streams it out to your Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into how every single show we talk about the routing and how ridiculous that is, but in order to even find anything out about it, I had to buy... Well, actually, I tested out the free version, which worked very well. There wasn't a way to put a chat in your stream that I could find, and I asked tech support, and they said there's not. But there is a way to put a highlighted chat on the screen, which I thought was really, really cool. I really liked that. And but when I did buy a month worth, I found out that you can't stream to more than one YouTube channel at a time or more than one Facebook channel at a time, which, is probably how I should be doing things anyway. But I'm crazy like that. I kind of really liked it, and I kind of really didn't. So I may still be messing with it. I think my only big problem with that one is really it's actually cheaper than Restream for me. The only big deal problem for that is not being able to go to all the different channels. I think everything else was kind of working. Of course, there's no ASIO, there's no VST. So, at least in my case, I'm still going to have to use OBS or whatever. I really wish they had more details on the page before you got to pay for it, but I'll try it, see if I want to stick with it. One of the other things that was really cool is that, it has a guest system, so you can get people in your room and talking before you go live. And so you don't... I know everybody hates how much dead space I have at the beginning of my videos, and I'm sorry about that, but... Well, sorry, not sorry. You're free to go in there and clean them up for me. I'm not going to stop you. So the other ones, I was looking at Streamlabs again, and I don't mean Streamlabs version of OBS, but I mean just Streamlabs. They also don't make it very easy to find out exactly how many streams you can do, and I'm not sure if they have a guest thing, and their web thing is still a web thing. Like, this is so ridiculous. I told you I'm not going to go into it, but I am sort of, because I'm sick of this, It's 20 whatever years, and it's still so hard to get audio between programs. And so this browser-based stuff can be a nightmare if you have an actual pro audio setup of any sort. The guest thing in Melon removes a lot of the pain from the Discord, Zoom, Skype, whatever, but I'm not sure. And I was trying Restream Studio, which also had the same sort of things. Plus, they have a chat that works really well, and it's the chat we're using right now. And it integrates in the Restream Studio screen. But if I wanted to remove their logo that's covering up some of the stuff, I got to pay like $400. I mean, the scaling is crazy because, right now I'm paying $20 a month or whatever. I'd have to go to like 80 or 50 or something a month just to do some basic things. In order to get one more feature, like a custom RTMP or whatever, I've got to like quadruple my prices. And that's this scaling, man. It's so much of this corporate greed-based nonsense seems fine with one or two people. Like, when you have those collaboration apps, like we have a drawing app that I like to use, but if I, with two or three of us is fine. Whatever, $15 a month or something for the whole company. And then you go to 4 people and it's like $1,500 a month. You're like, what the hell? It's like, it's when you add one more person, the prices are so high. You seriously think people are joking? I mean, just what are you guys offering for that money? I mean, it's like all these no accountability ad services that charge you money for targeting the wrong people. I mean, do you pay a bounty hunter by the hour? No, you pay him when he brings in the fugitive. And this is the age of contingency, or at least it should be. We shouldn't be doing anything that isn't based on contingency. It's ridiculous. Or at least in this kind of services. I guess there's hourly stuff that makes sense. But, the whole thing with subscription software was that it was supposed to make it, like expensive plugins or whatever, affordable for everybody. But it's made things that were once affordable and a one-time cost now a constant parasitic drain on your wallet, your sanity, and your will to live. I said a lot of times, our scheduling software here at the school is absolutely insane. I mean, this is something that would have cost you maybe a couple $100 to own not so long ago before all this subscription nonsense. And now, I don't even want to say it. I feel it's embarrassing to say how much this thing costs at this point. It's ridiculous. Okay, so, I've been looking for... I needed a dynamic filter the other day, and I don't see, so many of the basic plugin effects I don't find in plugin world, but I swear we used to have some pretty good envelope followers filter type plugins before, and I really just couldn't find one that worked, and ended up just doing it in Reaper with parameter modulation and re-EQ. So when I get a chance, I'm going to try to do some stuff with our dynamic EQ and parameter modulation, see if I can't get a really good TWA out of that. But man, what a pain. But it's really fun that you discover that sometimes you discover the thing you actually needed is what you already had, which is, the best of all, and something that none of us with gear acquisition syndrome want to ever admit. But, check out your existing plugs. Check out parameter modulation in Reaper. I mean, we don't talk about it enough, but there's so much that it can do. I see that Acoustica, they have something called Sienna, and that is, let me read this for you. Sienna is an Aqua plugin suite in VST, AU, AAX formats. It represents an ambitious project that took a lot of blah, 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 blah. Will completely change the way people mix on the go. So if you don't know Acoustica, this is really cool. So way back in the early days when I was still doing a lot of impulse and convolution work, I think that these guys, they had a company called they had Volterra kernels or something. There's some new way of using convolution, and I'm pretty sure these are the guys. They had used some of my impulses on this stuff, and it was really cool. They're always doing something really neat. I mean, this is allegedly their stuff just munches CPU, but I'm pretty sure this is them. So big thanks to Caps Lock for Noise Vault back in the day, because he was hosting all these impulses. But so what this is another one of these things that you turns your headphones, like you tell them what headphones you're using, and then they put a profile on it, probably an impulse or something, because they are the masters of impulses, and they can make it sound like you're in some other room. And it looks like probably famous rooms. Let's see. The outcome of this effort is blah, blah, blah. It recreates the same listening experience as if you're mixing in top-tier studios, mastering in audiophile-grade rooms, or playing back your tracks on hi-fi systems, car stereos, boomboxes, and more, all through your headphones. On release, Sienna Volume A will include over 150 headphone emulations from the world's most famous brands that we carefully measure and profiled. Also accurate models of 2 studios, Acoustica's control room and Hog Studios control room, 4 sets of high-end monitors sampled in an anechoic chamber and in the included studios. Awesome. And then there'll be more volumes and packs later on. So I wonder, I'd like to try this. I thought the Tone Boosters version for my AKG K52s or whatever you call those things, it was weird. The Sonar, I tried the Sonarworks one, and it seemed to work okay. I mean, I'm not really sure, but it seemed. I mean, I was working on it. My thing was, it's still, when I played a guitar. This is where it was. If I played a guitar amp with no cabinet emulator, and it sounded okay, that's when I know the headphones are a problem. They're just not putting out enough high end, and it didn't sound like the giant fizzy mess. You know, I think that happened. Even with the toe boosters one. So it'd be interesting to see how this Acoustica one works. I might give it a try. Let's see, what's it gonna cost? For details, Acoustica. Create a user account. You know, I love it when there's no price. Oh, okay. 149 pounds. If you buy it before March 25th, well, that's coming right up here. It's going to be 89 pounds. Okay. So, of course, since Acoustica did that, Sonarworks, the one I think most people are familiar with. I'm not sure if Waves, I know Waves has like this plugins that do that. I'm not sure if it takes your headphones and you apply whatever to it. I'm not sure how the Waves one work actually, but Sonarworks put out a new update to their stuff. But they're the ones that you know, I actually gave it a try. They have an upgrade. It doesn't sound like, I'm not sure if it does much. Looks like somebody said it looks like some additional target profiles and a way to customize the target EQ. $119 upgrade from Sonarworks 4. It looks like people are saying it's not really worth it, but who knows? They're crazy. Let's see. You know, who knows? If you like the Sonarworks one and you want an upgrade, they've got one for you. It looks like there's some utility functions that might actually be cool. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. There was, I think it was a free free plugin. It was this FIR comp, and it was a compressor that people were raving about, and I couldn't really, you know, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so I couldn't really hear anything super magical, but they now have a commercial product called FIR Comp 2, and what was it? How much was it? It wasn't much. I don't think it was like $49 or something. But if you really like this thing, go down to johnvaudio.com. That's JONV audio, and just look for FIR Comp, FIR Comp. How do you pay for it? Where's the pay? I don't see how you can buy it. Buy FIR Comp now. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, the price isn't on this next page either. So if I click this next page, there we go. It is $31. That ain't much if you really put some work into this thing. Looks good. Go try the first one and see if you like it. I think there's a demo on this one too. What else was I? Acoustica, FIR Comp. Okay, so I think some of you guys know we're working on a reverb right now. And we called it Iconic. And I'm kind of terrified because TC Electronic, you know, in my Ancient Impulse days, remember, one of the big ones that everybody talked about was when I did the TC M5000 impulses, right? And so this is their System 6000, which is a little bit later on. And they did the GUI like it. So, you know, it's not going to be your knobs and stuff you're used to in plug-in land, but it is going to look very much like the parameter pages on one of these rack units. $700 plus an iLock, but one of the things on here, like what I saw right away, was Non-Lin 2, which is a nonlinear reverb. I haven't got a chance to hear it. I saw a video that they put on their page that just shows they talk about it, but you don't get to hear any sounds. But I mean, this to me, this is real DSP if they really put that on there. I have to say, that out of the biggies, the TC stuff was kind of my least favorite reverb. And at least of the big DSPs, I think I was just spoiled. I really loved the Eventides, the H3000 and the DSP 4000s, really hard sounding reverbs. And that's really the style we went after with our reverb plugin. I mean, you'll be able to get the smoother stuff too, but I didn't so much like the M5000, but I'm sure this is good. So of course, I mean, if it's really the reverbs ported over, holy crap. And, you know, they did some of the stuff that I wanted to do in ours that we didn't get a chance to so far. And that was like, well, I don't even want to say it because I think we're still going to do it. But, of course, I wanted to grab it and try it. And so, you know, it's not iLok, of course. So I go to get my free non-Lin 2 native trial, and the iLok messed up and says I can't try again. And it has not sent me, it hasn't sent me the iLok thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't get to try it. Which just means that we got to build ours quicker and get it done right and have some videos that actually show it. Yeah, that's why I hope we never go iLok, because I know there's so many people out there who say, oh, that iLok always works perfect for me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's the best thing that ever happened. Man, it's always something like this. I have so much trouble with these iLoks, and I don't know how many I own right now. Okay. Oh, so Trident, of all people, has two plugins out. The 80B EQ. It's a 4-band, 2 sweepable mid bands, I think. Yeah, and a high shelf and a low shelf, and a high pass filter, 50 hertz high pass filter, and a switch for the low shelf between 60 and 120 hertz, and polarity invert. You know, the ADA was kind of a famous thing in Reaper history, right? First time me and Justin actually met in person over at Cherokee working on the Trident 80, and ended up just using it as a volume knob and a holder for a laptop that was controlling Reaper. And then they also have the CB9066 EQ. So I think it's a parametric, 3-band parametric, and 2 shelves. So, you know, if you really want Trident looking stuff in your plug-in rack, then go for it. Massenburg, man, George Massenburg has a EQ out called MDWE Q6, and they got it for AAX, AU, and VST. And it looks like a parametric EQ and a spectrum analyzer, and I don't know, it looks kind of like it's from the 90s, but whatever. It's George Massenburg. This is the guy who invented the parametric EQ. I got to talk to him once. That was one of the coolest days of my life. And so if you really want a parametric EQ by the guy who invented parametric EQs, go check this thing out. How much does it cost? Let's see. MD native. Oh, looks like there's a couple different. Okay, so the AAX version is $329, and the native, like VST and audio units and AAX native, is $199. So that's what you get, $200 parametric EQ. Yeah, I said this could be a short one. Last one is Simon Larkin's got a video out right now. Man, this guy's really cranking them out lately. And this is a go subscribe to him. He's got 2.2K subscribers right now. He could use a whole lot more. This guy's putting out super high quality videos. No hype at all. No clickbait, none of that nonsense. You know, he goes right to it. And this one's about creating sends in Reaper, and some ways to really, really, really save yourself time when you're doing that. And go check out Simon Larkin and go watch his videos. So please subscribe to him, share, and that is going to be it for me tonight. I am wiped out, and I'll see you guys next week.